Hello, everyone. I'm Sophronia Scott, Director of the Alma College MFA in Creative Writing, and welcome to another Faculty Friday. This is your chance to experience the amazing faculty that we have waiting for you at the Alma College MFA in Creative Writing. Today, I have with me poetry faculty mentor, Benjamin Garcia. Ben's first collection is Thrown in the Throat, and it was selected by Kazim Ali for the 2019 National Poetry Series. He works as a sexual health and harm reduction educator in the Finger Lakes region of New York. A son of Mexican immigrants, he received his BA from the University of New Mexico and his MFA from Cornell University. Welcome. Thanks for being here today, Ben.
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
So today, we are going to talk about embracing failure. And I know that's not necessarily a popular thought for writers, but failure is part of the process.
Yes, I don't love failure. It doesn't feel good, but I've learned to use that as a tool and embrace it as part of the process. Sometimes, so my personal definition of a poem is a series of mistakes arranged well. And that's because I have learned that it's a lot of trial and error. If I write something that I like, sometimes it's either purely a mistake from trying so many things, or it's a result of something that slowly was built to that from those things I learned from those mistakes. I think it's really important to leave room for that, because I know that when I get on a page, everyone wants to write a poem that they can then send out and share with others. But not every poem is going to be that, and that is perfectly okay. That's how this goes. And I think that it can be discouraging, especially early on when you're still kind of trying things out and you're not sure about what you're doing, until maybe, at some point you realize, at least for me, sometimes that's exactly what it feels like. I don't know what I'm doing. And that actually can be, instead of like intimidating, kind of exciting, because then it's not, I'm just confirming exactly what I want to say. I'm starting to discover what I want to say, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think about it kind of like the way science works, right? The scientific process and scientific method is not like to confirm what we already know. Sometimes we may already have an idea of like what we think something might be, right. But really what that process is trying over and over and making slight modifications each time. And it's to make discoveries, right? And sometimes we totally find something else new that we didn't expect. And those are moments that I think, when I have those moments, it's like, aha, or like, wow. If I feel that excitement, I feel like maybe someone else can also have that, because like that genuine surprise is also a way of continuing to write. So like the more that I'm writing, the more those moments are likely to happen, but also that feeling is, there's something like recharging about it. And so I think if you can push through those moments of failure, and then this also applies to so many other parts, not just the writing process, but sending things out. When I was first sending out poems, I got rejected so much and it felt like failure. But really those were attempts, right? Like we have to continue to attempt, and sometimes it has to do with just the sheer volume of things that are submitted, or like maybe each time we have to change things slightly, what poems you're putting together in a packet to make someone have a better impression of what you're writing. It goes for almost every aspect. I mean, like, it's just sort of, you have to continue to do that, but it can be discouraging if I'm viewing it just as failure.
Mhm.
and that failure is bad.
Mhm.
Failure means that I'm continuing to try,
Yes.
unless I stop, right? And if I stop, maybe I don't fail, but also I'm not doing, I'm not getting closer to my goal,
Right.
right?
Right.
And so yeah, I just really, I think there are ways to make it easier to reframe failure as a tool that writers have to continue to go forward.
Mhm. Ben, can you talk a little bit about that in the frame of time management and deadlines? Because it sounds like you need to give yourself time to fail as well. And I bring this up because there are monthly deadlines when you're in the MFA program. And while you don't have to submit perfect work in every packet, you do need to, I would assume, give yourself time for that exploration and failure.
Yes, yes. So this is actually something again that I can speak to from personal experience that I struggle with. Like being a perfectionist is really hard because it's one of the things that sometimes a writer needs because you have to want to continue to make something better. But then also that can get in your way of other things you have to do, such as submit a packet on time, right? You can't, you're not going to be submitting a perfect poem each time. Like that, having that idea and that mentality, can be intimidating. It can crush creativity. Understanding that I will have other opportunities to submit work. And if I really think that there's something here in this poem, that I can attempt it again, that I can revise it. And so I think that being a writer sometimes is balancing that idea of I want to make something perfect and finished, and then maybe nothing is ever finished or perfect. And finding a place that you're comfortable with. And sometimes that means publication, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes I might publish something and I change it before it becomes the final product in a book, right? Like a publication doesn't not have to be the end of revising something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that insight, Benjamin. I hope it helps you, the viewer, because I think failure is an important aspect of the writing life, and we should understand how it works in our own personal writing lives. I'm Sophronia Scott. Oh, you have something to add?
I was just going to say that one of my mottos comes from a childhood cartoon. Miss Frizzle says, it's time to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. And I feel like that applies. Like I literally say that to myself sometimes when I'm feeling discouraged. It's just like, it's okay to get messy, right? And to take those chances.
Yes.
And it makes it fun.
Excellent. Thank you, Ben. And thank you for watching us. This is Faculty Friday. I am Sophronia Scott, director of the Alma College MFA in Creative Writing. He's Benjamin Garcia. I hope you join us again for another Friday. Take care. Bye.